Ever feel like you're trapped by other people's expectations? Well, the authors of a new book out in a little more than a week claim there is a way to escape.
And joining us today to talk about whatever the hell you want are the authors, Dr. Carrie Ulrich and Kelly Gunther. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you. This is so exciting to be here as a Chicago girl. I'm so excited for WGN.
Awesome. So talk to us about what inspired you all to write Whatever the Hell You Want. Interesting name, catches your attention for sure.
It does catch your attention. We did like that title for that reason. But I think Kelly and I, we have a couple of reasons. One is we have a podcast called The Breakout. And it's where people share their stories about how they've defied expectations and what they did to sustain that change. And then also Kelly and I are HR and talent and career and change professionals. So we've worked for over 20 years and seen how people have changed their lives, how companies have changed. And then we also heard the need of people living their lives for someone else. So if you've ever said, I should, I need to, or just kind of doing something and not realizing why, we kind of put all this together and we realized that we have this great book that could help people on how to break through these expectations and how to live a life that you really want and not someone else's life.
You know, I find we women in particular, I'm a list person, and I feel like at the end of the day, if I don't get everything done on my to-do list, then I feel bad about myself. But I find that men, they're like, it'll be till tomorrow. Do you find that's a uniquely a woman thing?
Oh, Kelly and list. I'll throw it to my bestie in the world, Kelly.
I think oftentimes it is. I think we have sometimes a preference of how we prefer to, live our lives and do things, and those things are what motivate us. What I found is that, there's a lot of living lives that maybe someone else set up for them. They want to fulfill the career of living and working in the family business, but maybe that's not the career they want for themselves. Maybe they're in a relationship that isn't necessarily working for them anymore, but they want to be able to, explore living them by themselves or finding a new relationship. So this really gives people an opportunity to think about what they would like for themselves and gives them some practical action steps that they can take to be successful.
Okay, and so speaking of practical action steps, can you share some real life experiences where you all's models and methods have helped to change people's lives in this area?
Yeah, I think what you're talking about, especially women, and we work with a lot of women, and we have a lot of shoulding on ourselves. And so we worked with someone who was such a helper, and she had zero boundaries, and she was working herself to death, and she was overweight. And she kept saying, well, I need to help them. And if I don't help them, what's wrong with me? Like there's something wrong with me, or I'm not fulfilling what I need to do because I'm not helping them and giving them everything. So we really dug into what are those expectations that you're putting on yourself and others have put on you, especially like we said, women, we're supposed to be the helpers all the time and not do things for ourselves. And so we really kind of unpacked it with her and through some action steps and really just being there and cheerleading and coaching and uncovering what was at the root of it. She has set some boundaries. She has lost 30 pounds, so we're so excited for her. And she really is embracing that she's a helper, but also that she can set boundaries and live a very happy life instead of feeling drained all the time.
Okay, we quickly, I think a lot of us have trouble saying no, right? Is that part of it? No, I can't do this. No, I can't do that.
I think for me, I won't speak for Kelly, but I say no very easily. And it usually comes with a swear word. And maybe that's how our book starts, with F the expectations, by the way. So it's easier for me to say no. So Kelly is a much better responder on how to say no.
I think for saying no, it's really just understanding that by saying no, you're not losing anything. You're not losing someone's friendship. I think we often put a lot of expectations that if I don't do this, then the world will fall apart. My friend won't be my friend anymore. My manager will not want to keep me on, payroll. They'll want to maybe consider removing me from my position. And we often put those fear times. And so by releasing yourself from feeling the need to be responsible for everything, you free yourself up from that expectation, and you'll realize that people and that fear is really not warranted at all.
Carrie and Kelly, thank you so much for spending some time with us. The book, Whatever the Hell You Want, is available for pre-order now. The official release date is October 8th. You can also visit them online at abrichigroup.com. They're also on social media.